Assalamu alaikum. It's time for a party. This party is called disenfranchisement. First, we're going to look at what the definition of disenfranchised means. You see here my handy dandy dictionary. Let's see if I can get the words clear. Disenfranchised, where are you? Down here towards the bottom of the page. Disenfranchise. To deprive of the rights of citizenship, especially of the right to vote. To deprive of a privilege, right, or power. Everybody's in a hubbub right now about voting. Let's make something clear. The United States of America is a corporation. The whole country, the whole nation alone is a corporation. That's why it's called the Union, the United States of America. By law, a corporation is not a person. A person can own a corporation, but a corporation is not a person. When you break down the United States of America, there are 50 states and a couple of provinces. Each of those states is a corporation. Each of those states is broken down by counties, provinces, regions, wards. Each of those is a corporation. And then it's further broken down by townships. Each township is a corporation. Within each of those townships, there are businesses. The businesses are registered, and you can have an incorporation, a corporation. A person can have private ownership of their own business, and in that case, they might be a sole proprietor. When you look at the governmental system that makes the United States, they tell you that you can vote through democracy, but to be honest with you, the United States is a republic. A republic protects its property. That means that you have to be a property owner or a business owner. Most businesses run on some type of property, meaning you can have a storefront, you can have acres of land for agrarian development, meaning you're a farmer, or you could have industrial business, meaning that you produce some sort of textile, some sort of machinery, or something to that effect. To be disenfranchised means not only that you can't vote, but it also means that you might be pushed away from the opportunity to have a business that is lucrative. We all know about the history of the United States as far as it being built upon slavery, but let's not be confused. A lot of people would say, well, there was slavery and then there was indentured servitude. The original 13 colonies were companies. The Virginia Company. There's one. New Amsterdam Company. Boston, Massachusetts Company. These companies actually started in Europe. Mainly Britain, but that's not the only place. There were the Dutch, the French, the Spanish, all sorts of people who actually did invest in starting companies in what they called the colonies. Even to this day, the names have been changed, ownership has been changed, but still, all of those different companies have actually made their riches, their wealth, off of the workers. Right now, all these people are being polarized through the polls. Polarized, meaning you are put on one side or the other. The problem with America is they want to make everything a black and white issue. As long as people are arguing about who has supremacy, then nobody is paying attention to who is taking advantage of all of that. It's not even about who's a supremacist, because the business class doesn't care. They don't care about the hue of your skin. If there's a Yahoo that's coming out of the woodworks talking about how they're going to uphold their rights and their privileges and suppress someone else, then that's their own ignorance. And it is our own responsibility to not fall under that same cloud, that same foggy thought. To be disenfranchised means that you may have been imprisoned, therefore your privilege has been restricted. Those who have felonies on their records can't vote. And it is also hard to go and get a business loan when you have a mark on your record saying that you've been a criminal. We already know this because the second somebody finds out that you have a strike against your record and you are in business, everybody points fingers. Well, I don't want to go and support this person because they are a known criminal. Okay. So why is it that everybody's arguing about what the president or somebody who is proposed to be the next president or whoever's going to run for whatever office in the government? Why are we so busy talking about, well, this person is less of a criminal than the other person? That is ridiculous. This is the reason why I'm putting this out here. Everybody's talking about, well, I'm going to vote for the lesser of evils, or I'm just going to focus on local elections. All elections are put in place to say who's going to be a talking head for the corporations that represent America. All these people are putting out these videos talking about how someone was shunned away from spending their money at a particular business. Well, I go and I spend this kind of money on this material or this product, so how can they dare say that I should be pushed away from my right? You don't have any rights. The fact that you're taking your IOU, your wage that you went and worked for, to go and support a corporation that doesn't care about you is already showing the fact that you have accepted being disenfranchised. I saw a post earlier this week, or actually a few days ago, because now it's Monday. And don't get me wrong, I don't really follow by the calendar. Anybody who knows me will tell you that. I don't follow by time according to the clock or any of that, because that's also accepting corporation policies. Anybody will tell you, any job I've ever had, if I'm supposed to be there at 8, I might get there at 8:15, 9:15, or even 12:15, according to the clock, because of whatever time I woke up, whatever condition I was in, and whatever I'm going to be like when I get to work. If I do show up to work, then I'm going to do my job. I might not be there when you want me to be there, but once I get there, I take care of my responsibilities, and sometimes I even handle someone else's within the time that's still left allowed. If my shift is 8 hours, 2 hours late, then yeah, I do 6 hours of work and then some, and then I leave without complaint. And most of the time, people are not going to complain about my work, because I make sure that not only do I take care of what I'm supposed to do, but I also make sure that the next person is not going to have to deal with something that I was supposed to take care of. That's not fair to the next person. Disenfranchised.